Hey guys, it is Wednesday. I hope you're having a great morning so far, and I hope the rest of your day is just fantabulous. Yes, I know it's not a word. No, I don't care. Okay, so today is about grieving, but it's not about grieving the way you think it would be. A lot of times when you talk about grieving, mostly we think of grieving the death of somebody, which I guess this could tie into that too. But sometimes you're in a relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a work relationship, and for whatever reason, your fault or the other person's or the other business or whatever, the relationship ends. And when a relationship ends, regardless of how it ends, whether it ends on bad terms or whether you've outgrown it or whatever, there's a time sometimes when there's anger over it, but there's a grieving process. And I've been thinking about that a lot, and about the grief that comes with losing relationships. The grief that comes with losing a loved one, whether it's to death, whether it's because you all had a falling out, whether it's because you're finally opening your eyes or they're finally opening theirs if you're the one that's a problem. I find that a lot of times we find ourselves grieving what we wanted the relationship to be, or what we thought the relationship was, or what we convinced ourselves the relationship could be. A lot of times we see the signs, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes we think that this is going to be a sincere relationship. This person's going to be the love of my life. I know how he used to be. I know how she used to be, but they haven't been like that with me. So maybe the problems was with the other relationships they were in. And now we're happy. And this is going to be my forever, my lifetime. Remember one day, a while ago, I talked about people that are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You can go back and check that out. But anyhow, you convinced yourself that this is going to be an ongoing relationship. This is going to be an ongoing friendship. That I'm going to be at this job forever and retire. I'm so happy where I am. I'm in this comfort zone here with this relationship. And then, out of the blue, the relationship ends. Or gradually the relationship ends, and this time it's through no fault of your own. There is a process of grieving that you go through. And as I looked back on relationships that I've had that are no longer, some of them ended because of something the other person did. And if I'm going to be totally honest with you all, some of them ended because of stuff I did, because I wasn't a good person then, or I wasn't a good person in the relationship. And I realized that a lot of times we don't necessarily grieve that relationship, but we grieve what we wanted that relationship to be. I hope that makes sense. What we dreamt that relationship would be. What in our own mind we concocted that relationship to be, when the relationship ends and we look back over, we realize that relationship was never that. And if we're honest, we realize that sometimes some of those relationships were never that because of us. So grieving, either way, regardless of why you're grieving is a process, and each person processes it differently. Don't allow anybody else to tell you that you should not grieve a relationship that was ended. I'm not telling you should go back to an unhealthy relationship. What I'm saying is allow yourself that grieving process, because if you don't, then you can't give yourself closure. You may never, ever, ever get closure from the other person. But you need to allow yourself to grieve so you can let it go, hopefully, and move on to a healthier relationship, a healthier job, a healthier friendship, whatever it is. But ask yourself, am I grieving this relationship because it was really that great? Or am I grieving what I thought and wanted the relationship to be? I don't know. Just a thought. My fault. Just a comment from Carla. Again, I now have my comments on YouTube, so you don't have to scroll through the page. So I had people complaining. Just look up Carla's comments on YouTube, and watch them. I do not have the comments turned on because I don't do this for validation. So as much as I appreciate it, that's not the reason I'm doing it. So kind of to keep myself humble and on the straight path, I purposely turned comments off. That and the fact that some people might not like what I have to say, and I don't need that negativity in my life either. So, all right, have a great day. Be good to each other and enjoy it. Bye.